Well, I want to talk about the race horses. I generally start my videos because it's a smaller selection and it's fresh in my mind. I can talk about where they're at and what they're doing. It allows me to get my hit the ground running on video day. Now, I guess today's not video day. I can do videos tomorrow, so it's Saturday. But I did want to talk to Amy about our opening. Talk about some of the horses that I want to highlight right now, and then talk about some of the things that stood out in 2023. So that's what we're going to do later on. But right now I want to talk about the race horses. All gas, no brakes will race on Monday. Now, I'm almost tempted. Here's the thing. We are in the thick of it now. We have a list of horses and we have a number of stalls. We have any horses that are below that number are going to be leaving over the next little while. So those are horses that are just not putting in their best effort right now. Maybe some horses that are running out of classes, and that is where this guy might fit. I was a little concerned that only 4 horses entered in that class. I'm sure it will fill this week. The other side of that coin is we have other horses that fit this class. It's a good class, but we do have other horses that fit it. So there's a chance you may see all gas, no brakes go up for sale this week beyond the preferred sale platform on the 8th. I can assure you we're going to have no less than 5 or 6 horses on that sale platform next Monday, and this guy might be on there too. Greatest Ending, he won't be on there. He's racing on Monday. It seemed like we were in that 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of mentality. Not really. When you look at his overall body of work for us, it's staggered, right? He missed some time. There was gaps in his schedule. He did good. Then he had a couple of bad races. He certainly had a bad race in his last race, but has been doing well. So I expect him to continue to move forward. And Monday should be a good race for him. JK Victory is out in the field now. He'll stay out there for a little while. I don't want to put a time frame on it. Usually I would say 6 weeks. I want to see when Indiana's going to start back up. We want to have him ready for Indiana. Looks like Money is getting close now. I'd reported a couple of weeks ago he'd been in 15. I forgot to ask Harry about today, as I want to talk to him about Collector and a couple other horses. So it looks like Money is on schedule. I haven't heard any news saying he wasn't. 215 2 weeks ago, has to be 210 or so right now. I still think, though, keep in mind, this horse has to start near the open class. So 210 is meaningless. You're still 3 weeks away anyway. Minimum. Probably more than that. Renegade Gypsy races in about half an hour in Ohio. So good luck to everybody with Renegade Gypsy. Resolute Bay is in to go Monday, and then he'll head to Pennsylvania. We'll race him the following week there. Serious Dragon is ready to start back now in Ontario with Harry. The vet just said, listen, we've come this far. Let's make sure he's 105%, which I believe he is. He'll start back jogging this week. 3 Point Blue Chip was in 2.9 in a jog cart 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't believe that he had come that far that quickly. Maybe I just misunderstood and in turn misrepresented how much work was put into him prior to him going to the Miller firm. But man, he certainly looked good in that video. Unbeatable Kemp. I don't want to get down that road today. He's good. He'll begin to race. He'll qualify and begin to race again after this week. A lot going on there, but he's good. He's good right now. Yo Mister is returning from Kentucky. I believe I'm going to send him to Ontario. Harry can train him back. As I said to Stacy, we're going to train him back in-house, right? I don't need to pay somebody to train him for us. I think that he's a nice horse. We bought him to be a nice horse. He proved he was. He had a great 2023, and I suspect he'll have a fantastic 2024. But long term, we are going to have horses here in Ontario, so it's going to be hard to think that there's a full-time place for Yo Mister here. But training down for sure there will be, and we'll see what plays out when he gets to the races. Oh, hi! How are you? Great. No, you don't get to be like, you're through Christmas season now, Mrs. Grinch. The fun time of the year is right now, when all the big holidays are over and you just get to look forward to the calendar turning over. You must be in your glory. Good as him. School good 2-2 this week. I can't wait to see how this horse races. We did exactly what we said we'd do. Gave him all the time, got him ready. He's ready to go now. Locatelli, a winner last week, so I'm really happy to see him coming forward. No free lunch. I had told everybody 2 weeks. That was like 3 weeks ago. And then Stacy had said the tracks weren't in the greatest shape, We were training him, but we were taking our time. I said, hey, continue to take your time. It's no big deal. There's no big deal. Just, I don't want to hurt him as we're trying to get him ready to race again. So get him ready, but don't jeopardize him racing to do it. So he's ready soon. Imminent. So he's ready. It's imminent. Think of Galaxies. I watched the Fillies and Mares go last night, wondering if, I originally made a video today saying if I can't get her raced at the Meadows and she's going to keep drawing the outside at Northfield, maybe she could do in Ontario. Originally, I said we just put her up for sale. If you look up her breeding, very, very well-bred filly. Not to mention she's an open pacer. She's going to be a good horse for us. Having said that, to be a good horse, she has to race. The idea of coming to race against so much more is, one, James is not going to be able to drive her racing against so much more. Two, although she's a big filly, 5/8, even a half, she's really suited well to the big long straightaway of Mohawk on the end of it. May not be her forte, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. A lot going on. We'll see. Oakwood Cowboy is getting close. He's continuing to train here in Ontario. I didn't really get an update from Dominic on Oakwood Cowboy. I saw him in the stall. It looks fine. Certainly no issues reported to me from Oakwood Cowboy. So we'll see how he is in the next little while. Stay Close has been racing good, continues to race good. Kings County needs 2 qualifiers. I didn't realize. I thought he'd drifted down in the classes and he'll fit a cheaper class when he comes back. He's got to go right in the open. He's got about 20,000 made last 5 or 6. So I think Kings County will qualify him at Northfield. He may qualify the second time at the Meadows, and he may go right to Dayton with Stacy, or he may stay and race a couple of times at the Meadows. We'll see, but he definitely needs to qualify twice. White Tiger will be in to go. Missed the old 100 again this year. Right? Missed the old
$3,000.
Last year it was 6. This year it was 3. He's getting closer to making 100 in a year. White Tiger will race, I guess, a week from Monday. Delicious Stone DK races tonight for Lauren. I want to see this horse do good. I think he's, I was going to say underachieving. That's not the right word. I don't think he's underachieving. He's doing what he can. He's just not doing enough.
It should be noted that he raced over his head many starts.
Who?
Tiger.
Oh, 100%.
So he almost.
That's what I said to somebody. He made $97,000 racing more than half his starts over his head. But that's another reason.
Stop.
Told Amy the backup class, the 28,000 class, if they can fill it, I believe has a 90,000 claimer on it. That's kind of where Tiger belongs, right? He's not quite an open trotter. He might be able to fool people in the winter when the real good horses are put away. That's taking nothing away from him. We bought this horse when he was a baby. He's made $500,000. Take nothing away from White Tiger, but he's not an open trotter in the summer, even in the early part of the fall. He should be able to do in the open right now, but again, we just said he made $97,000, and I would wager, if you look closely, well over half his starts were over his head, where he went on the track at longer odds. If we could race him in a class where he was always competitive, like that 90 claimer, now, yeah, we risk somebody claiming him, but at the same token, I think White Tiger would be much better suited racing in that class than racing in the open every, 3 starts. Miss Rocket Alley will qualify again on Wednesday. We have Kemp, Miss Rocket Alley, Kings County for sure. Now, what a mission. We have a number of horses to qualify on Wednesday. The good news.
How are you going to do that if you're at the Meadows?
I'm only in race 1. I asked him to put me in race 1. I'm going to send a message to the judge now that you just say it, and just say, hey, I got to come back and qualify a litany of horses, a whole boatload of horses at Northfield Park. I'm going to leave after race 1. So Miss Rocket Alley has to qualify. Patrick the Prawn, I don't want to get into it. I drove him bad. He is smart enough just to say, okay, I hope you're proud of yourself. Look what you did. And we'll regroup for next time. Now, he did bleed a little bit, had some mucus. He's going to get a week off. He'll race not next week, but the week after. So with that, I'll let you go. That's your aged horses all done. We'll be talking about the 3-year-olds who are about to become aged horses. The aged horse list is about to get really big. Mm-hmm. Not really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 15. No, maybe 20. Anyway, your list for today is done. We'll be back in a second to talk about our horses, or to talk about our opening. Amy wanted to talk about it so bad. You know how she likes to talk. We're going to talk about highlights for us. of 2023. Maybe we'll just go month to month.
What?
Maybe.
That's retarded.
Take care.